We're so good. Okay.
We are rolling.
We're rolling.
Oh, good morning, Mike. How are you doing?
Good morning, Anthony. How are you this
Oh,
fine
my
day?
goodness. Any better, there'd be two of me. You're looking well today.
Yeah.
Well, so welcome. Well, I think we'll just sit here and just shoot the breeze.
Yeah.
Shoot the breeze. That's how we would talk.
Yeah.
We have our production
In the
staff
vernacular.
here. They're having a great
Yeah.
time.
They're having their break at the moment.
Yeah, they're having their break at the moment.
Yeah.
So, Mike, the centerpiece. Could we call you the linchpin? The cornerstone of the 6:30 a.m. class?
I do attend there fair often.
You've been known to attend on occasion.
Yeah.
And you're, again, like your lovely wife, is like your Mr. Consistency.
Yes. Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about young Michael. What was young Michael like? What did he do?
Well, when Michael was young, didn't do a lot. He was more of a sloth.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah. A bigger girth than what I am now.
Yeah.
That changed as I went to university and stuff, and then I started to embrace fitness then. I've always done a little bit of something in fitness, off and on, but I'd maybe fall off the wagon every once in a while. But but over the years, I've been consistent, at least trying to make some success at it. But anyway.
So you started going to the gym when like you were off to school and university, would you say, or?
Yeah, and I would go sometimes when I was in dental school. I went with one of my classmates. We would go very regularly, at least three times a week, lifting weights.
Oh, okay.
And I actually enjoyed that. It was I could see a big change in my body even in lifting weights, and that it was quite good. Murray, my friend, was quite motivated at doing it, and he and his father used to do weightlifting, so he knew a little bit about it, so helped me along with it anyway.
Yeah, so you had a good partner, a training partner to start it with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And was it sort of the same situation when you started having kids? Do you sort of, like, because you started to practice, you had kids, were you able to maintain that habit, or did you end up falling out of it?
I fell out of it somewhat, but I always did a little bit of, we have a rower at home, so for a few years off and on, I'd do some rowing, or at a certain part of my practice, I took a longer lunch hour and I'd go to the gym.
Oh, okay.
So I'd make it an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I had time to go to the gym, shower, and come back to work. So I have tried to make time for it.
Yeah. And then as far as our relationship, you found us via, I think it was you. It was the Funky Bunch. It was you, Erica, and Doug, right? Yeah, you guys came and did semi-private with us.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's how I started. It was mainly just Doug and myself, and Erica would come as well. But, And I progressed enough that then I thought probably I should just go ahead and join a regular class.
Yeah. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when you started, like especially starting group class? What sort of challenges did you face there?
Well, I guess the big challenge would be that I didn't think I would be able to keep up with the rest of the group. Since I had the stroke, it's been about almost 9 years now since I've had the stroke. My balance is not very good. Still isn't great, but it's better. And that's what I thought, that, I'm not sure how well it'll work. I may have to drop back to just personal training because I won't be able to do what everybody else is doing. But it seems to have worked out, yeah.
How has your perception of health and fitness changed since you've started training with us?
Well, I think with the perception has changed in that strength is a very important part of fitness, especially as you age. You lose muscle mass, so definitely that helps quite a bit at no fitness. And so that's why I've kept up with that. I think it's has really reinforced that over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we talk a little bit about this too. It's like, I think one thing that's really great about working with you is like you're always looking for different ways to sort of like make modifications, and we kind of have a really good collaboration about making modifications to make exercises work a little bit better for you, right?
Yes, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, there's always has to be usually some modification, and you're very good at coming up with different solutions to help out with, so I can keep up with everybody else. And yeah, no, it's working out well, and it's good. And I think the big thing is you make sure that we're doing things correctly. I'm doing things correctly, and not getting injured.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing as you age. You don't heal as well.
Yeah. The margin of error kind of shrinks on you a little
for
bit,
sure.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite exercises or workouts?
I like Tabata. And one reason I like it, it's very short intervals.
Yeah.
And it's over quickly, and before you know it, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
done. Like,
yeah.
oh.
You like those little brief sprints of effort,
and
then you
I
get a little bit of rest.
I can focus on, I think, giving it all for a short period of time. I think that's sort of easier for me, and I don't mind doing the full on and then off and then full on. I enjoy that actually.
Yeah. Excellent. And how do you stay motivated on days when you don't feel like working out?
Well, I think the big thing with that is, having had the stroke, the alternative is that I'm going to decrease in my movements and stuff. And so for me, it's a different story, I guess, than for most people. I have to make sure that I have to keep going and keep doing things, or it's going to go the wrong way.
Yeah. So you kind of you have this sort of feeling or intuition that you're kind of fighting to stop a decline of some sort to a certain extent.
Yes, at least slow it.
So you're taking every day as an opportunity to sort of like.
For sure. Yeah. To keep going at it, and yeah.
And it sounds like you have, like, very much like our conversation with Gail was like, you sort of have systems and habits in place as well. Like, you're sort of an early, would we call you an early riser? I think to most people you're an early riser. Maybe not voluntarily.
If you ask my family, the answer to that would be no. I hate mornings. And that has changed in the last 3 or 4 years. At one time, I think I got the award for the cheerful person in the gym, and the rest of the family goes, "Who are you talking about?"
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and everybody said, "Well, when you retire, you'll come to the 9 o'clock class," because they would come to the 9 o'clock class off and on when I was a day off.
Yeah.
But I've decided that doesn't work out, in that by the time you get home, have a coffee, shower, it's almost noon. So I like to get it done first thing in the morning. So that's why I like to go to 6:30.
Yeah, and you have, as I said, you're retired, but doesn't really mean you have nothing to do, obviously.
No.
You have a very busy life. And you're a new grandfather as well. So
Yeah, Papa Michael.
You have all of that to look forward to.
Yes.
Is there any specific moment or achievement that you've accomplished at the gym that you're proud of?
I think just the whole recovery from the stroke is the big thing. My balance has been not very good, but it's coming along. I'm not declining, I don't think, any more than I have been. So I think being able to, I've actually increased, mobility and certain things after having the stroke, and that has really helped from the gym, for sure. Yeah.
Excellent. How has regular exercise impacted other areas of your life?
Well, I don't know. I've always been interested in that, but I think it's, as Gail was saying earlier, to be able to, as you age, to keep up and do things, especially with the new grandchild, with Liam, to be able to play with him, pick him up, or chase after him. And, as Peter T always says, you have to keep up the mobility if you want to keep doing certain things as you age. And he says the octogenarian phase. I'd be heading to that in a while, I guess. At 70, almost 72. So anyway.
And you've moved the odd hay bale recently.
Yeah. As long as you don't have to walk too much with it. Steady, but I can pick it up and sort of toss it a bit. Anyway.
And corral the odd goat.
Yeah. Goat herding, shepherding is a second occupation.
Yeah. Fair enough. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out in terms of fitness?
I'd say for somebody just starting out, the most important thing would be consistency. That's always it. And then when you go to the gym, everybody there is very helpful, and I think the important thing is to focus on yourself and don't look around at everybody else and see what, oh my gosh, they're lifting this, they're doing that, and say, well, I can't do that. And no, you can't, but as you progress and you keep at it, you'll be able to do things way better than what you think you can right as you start out. So that's where the consistency comes in. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for appearing on my podcast, Michael. And you're a pleasure to work with, and thank you for trusting us with your fitness journey.
Yeah. Well, you're a very good coach for sure, Anthony, and so are the rest of the coaches. But you're very good at. I think the other thing with going to no drama is that you keep us out of trouble in that you're not injury. So you tell us, oh no, you're not doing that correctly. This is how you should be doing it, and that's a very important thing. Because injuries can really, then you get injured and then you go, oh my gosh, and then you fall off fitness completely for a while. So preventing injury is an important thing. And then if you have some minor injury, which everybody tends to get something, then you can modify it though during that. And then when things are feeling better, you can get back to exactly what the routine would be for the day without the modification. Not that the modification is anything bad, but anyway, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much,
Well,
Mike.
thanks for having me, Anthony.
You're very welcome. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again to Michael for appearing on the Untitled, I can keep calling it Untitled. It's probably called the No Drama Podcast.
No Drama Podcast.
If there's another title, we'll figure that out. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
And scene.
Is it off? Is it off?